Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla News, episode 266. Tesla is apparently planning to produce a new version of the Model Y that costs 20% less to build. And vehicle registration data from many countries here in Europe suggests that Tesla sales are rebounding here in March. And the Cybertruck shows off that it can handle about 10 times as much as Tesla promised. And we had some big automakers jumping on the Elon hate wagon, but it seems to have backfired. And we have some more reports coming out about the German OEM's 2024 and 2025 outlook, and it's not looking too good. And Jaguar is saying it is fine with losing its current customer base. And Jim Farley had some good news for their electric vehicle customers. And we see Tesla's full self-driving show off some insane driving skills in China. All of this and much more in today's episode. Let's dive right in.
Let's put our living stereo stylus in this groove.
So, Tesla is apparently planning to produce a new Model Y codename E41 in the Shanghai factory at 20% lower cost. So this is all, of course, still rumors, but apparently Tesla will produce a lower-cost version of the Model Y in Shanghai, according to Reuters, citing 3 people familiar with the matter. The lower-cost Model Y, initially codenamed E41, will be produced using existing production lines. The car will be smaller than the refreshed Model Y and cost at least 20% less to produce, 2 people said. One person familiar with the matter said the Shanghai-built model would be sold primarily in China to defend market share. The model will also be produced in Europe and North America, the people said, without providing a specific time frame. The time frame of the launch of the new model will depend on the performance of the orders of the updated Model Y. Tesla is expected to launch this lower-priced Model Y later this year if sales of the Model Y don't perform as well as expected. Tesla did launch a lower-priced version of the Model 3 in Mexico in August 2024. The cheaper Model Y is led by the Chinese team, and the lower-priced Model 3 was led by the US team, according to the report. And the Model Y remains one of the best-selling models in China, but Tesla's shares in the country has trended downwards over the past few years. So if this is true, this would be an amazing new product in Tesla's portfolio. And we could maybe get a newer, smaller version of the Model Y that costs below maybe $25,000 in China. Probably more expensive in Europe and the US, but this is very exciting. The best-selling car in the world getting a little sibling sounds like a recipe for a winning model. And as I have been trying to tell people, the refreshed Model Y will have a huge effect on Tesla's sales. Tesla has not been able to sell their model that stands for 60% of their sales that has not been available for 45 days. So we can't really look too much at the first couple of months of the sale this year to get an idea of where Tesla is. But do we have some indication that this might be turning around here in March? Well, yes, we do. Because if we look at the second biggest market in Europe, in the UK, you can see that Tesla is the best-selling EV brand, and the Model Y and the Model 3 are the 2 best-selling models in the country. And that is in a country that is seeing a great boom in EVs in general. 1 out of 4 new cars sold in the UK last month were fully electric. But the ramp of the Model Y can also be seen right now in the Spanish numbers, another big market here in Europe. This is just the first 10 days of March, so all with the ramp of the Model Y. And as you can see, Tesla is leading the way by miles in electric vehicle sales. But we can also see it in other countries' numbers as well. Vehicle registration data from Norway and Sweden also suggests that Tesla sales are rebounding in March. As you can see in Norway in March, Tesla's Model Y is already way out in front. And in Sweden, the Model Y has climbed back to the second place just after their Volvo EX30. So I think it's safe to say that we are seeing the rebound for Tesla in Europe, and the first numbers of Tesla's ramp of the Model Y are starting to show up. So it looks like we are going to see the haters be a little bit more quiet in a few months when Tesla sales are rising again in Europe. And I'm always working on my content for my YouTube channel, so it's very important for me to always stay connected. Like last year when I was out traveling basically every single month, so it was very important that I was always connected even on the go. This connectivity brings with it a critical need for privacy and security, which is why I'm excited to talk about today's sponsor, NordVPN. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, with an emphasis on private. It encrypts your internet traffic, masks your IP address, and hides your virtual location, significantly enhancing your online privacy and security. In today's climate, where cyber threats are as common as they come, a VPN makes hacking close to impossible. And I have personally been using NordVPN many times when abroad. Remember when I was in the US for the Fully Charged live show, I was using the public Wi-Fi there, which isn't exactly known for its security, but with NordVPN I ensured my connection remained private and secure. Plus, while I was there, I could still watch my favorite Danish shows as if I was back home. It's just a matter of changing my IP to Denmark and I'm all set. And let's not forget the time when I was in China last year. There, access to the platform like YouTube or Google and many others is heavily restricted. NordVPN lets you bypass these restrictions, maintaining your connection to the digital world, so I could still upload to YouTube. Without a VPN, that would have been impossible. But NordVPN goes beyond just altering your IP. It blocks malware, stops intrusive tracking, and instantly nicks those annoying ads. Plus, it provides an always-on cybersecurity seal, protecting you even when you're not actively connected to the VPN server. So I do use this at home as well. The user interface? Dead simple. Just click the country you want and your IP address changes in an instant. If this sounds like something you need, NordVPN has an exclusive deal for you. Head over to the link in the description, nordvpn.com/bestinTesla, to snag a 2-year plan with a huge discount and additional 4 months for free. It's completely risk-free with their 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. So click the link to start enjoying a safer, more open internet today, and a big thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. And we had Jerry rig everything, rig the Cybertruck, but people seem to get this all wrong. As Gertruck wrote on X, Cybertruck tow hitch's tongue weight is rated to just 1,100 pounds, but held over 10,000 pounds. So if you don't get why that is very impressive, Bearded Tesla has a nice long thread about it, and he started off with this. Let's talk towing and trailer safety. Unfortunately, there are enough people that don't know enough about towing safety to know what is and what is not relevant in this discussion. But Vas from Tesla also tuned in and wrote, Zach's test demonstrated 10,000 factor of safety on rated tongue weight. This should inspire confidence to use the vehicle up to its maximum rating. Infographic for those who don't understand the difference in tow rating and tongue weight. This thread linked gives more context and goes into a good bit of detail for anyone who wants to learn more, and talking about Bearded Tesla's thread here. And at 10,000 pounds, the tongue weight, the vehicle would be so grossly misloaded, the front wheel would no longer be on the ground. And to answer a common question, no, a pothole would not transfer this much vertical force to the hitch. So even though Jerry wanted to show that Tesla had a problem with the Cybertruck, all he really did was to prove the opposite, and that it can easily tow what Tesla has said it could, and if you loaded this on properly, the front wheel would come off the ground and you are not going anywhere. So what Jerry proved was that the Cybertruck tow hitch can handle 10 times as much weight as Tesla claims. So not bad. And as Lewis also wrote, I routinely move heavy industry equipment across Texas with my Cyber Beast. Yep, you don't have to worry about your Cybertruck not being able to tow. It tows very well and handles more than what Tesla promises. And more people are finding out just how amazing the Cybertruck really is, as Nick wrote on X. A friend in Texas recently picked up his Cybertruck because he wanted to support Elon, and Tesla is blown away by full self-driving. He is a first-time EV owner. This is all completely new to him. He replaced his Range Rover with the Cybertruck. And as Elon replied, heartfelt thanks to everyone supporting Tesla despite many attacks against our stores and offices. And we had some big automakers jump on the Elon hate wagon, but it seems to have backfired. You have probably seen this ad from Kia Norway with the sticker "I bought this after Elon went crazy." But Kia Norway has removed the Instagram post that mocked the Tesla CEO after it sparked backlash from electric vehicle supporters on social media. In a comment to Norwegian media, a representative from Kia Norway explained that the South Korean automaker did not intend to offend with this post. The post drew global attention by quickly unraveled as critics, including prominent Tesla advocates and Tesla employees, dubbed the post as disappointing. As we could also see with Yun Ta, a Tesla employee that wrote on X, "My colleagues are working hard to share our supercharger infrastructure to other OEMs' fleets, which increasingly help their customers. We never ran negative ads on other OEMs. It's insane how the other OEMs spend more time on negative ads on us than helping their own customers." And even Elon Musk tuned into Sawyer's post about it and wrote, "They really did that?" And the Kia Norwegian communication manager Christian Legaard, in a comment to IT Avisen, explained that the Instagram ad was meant as a joke, as he said. We posted this post a few weeks ago and picked up on ongoing trends on social media. This was only intended as a humor between two companies from our side. The goal was to show that there are other options for those of you looking for an electric car. The idea came from us here in Norway and was not initiated by Kia centrally. We understand that humor resonates differently in different countries. We did not intend to offend anyone. To avoid confusion about this or to provoke anyone unnecessarily, we have chosen to take down the post," the Kia Norwegian communication manager stated. And we have some more reports coming out about the German OEM's 2024 result and the 2025 outlook. And it's not looking too good. It seems like Porsche is using the same tactics as their big brother Volkswagen did back in 2020 when they sent unfinished ID.3 on the roads here in Europe that sparked a lot of problems, as Felix also wrote on X. There are some red flags. One dealer who asked not to be named, authorized to speak, says that under pressure to bolster delivery numbers last year, Porsche shipped dozens of Macan EVs from the factory with malfunctioning software and problems with parking brakes, tire pressure and power distribution. So it is of course just rumors, but sounds exactly like something the Volkswagen Group would do, as they have done it before, not to get big fines here in Europe. And Porsche could be in some big trouble here, as their 2024 numbers was not as good, as the profits was down 30.3%, which aligned very nicely with Porsche losing about 28% of deliveries in China, where they have the biggest profits. So the margin objective is 20%, but has fallen year over year further in 2024, and 2025 doesn't look better. A new cost-cutting program has been announced, and the outlook for this year doesn't look better but worse, as Alex wrote. The extensive rescaling of the company and the investment will have a negative impact on earnings in 2025 financial year, said the new CFO Jochen Brechner. And we can see that they also predict less cash flow in 2025 as well, but at least they are aiming for 20 to 22% BEVs, up from 12.7% in 2024. So I think this will be sales in Europe to help the Volkswagen Group not to get fines because of stricter CO2 emission targets I have been talking about in other videos. Because I don't think Porsche is going to see a much better 2025 in China either, and one of the biggest problems can maybe be explained in just one picture. Yes, Xiaomi made a nice looking copy of the Porsche Taycan, but it not only looks the part, but the Ultra version, their performance version that has just started deliveries, has also beaten the Taycan around the Nürburgring in Germany. And as you can see, the starting price of the Taycan is 4 times higher than the SU7. So don't think Porsche can come back from this in China and will just see a very steep decline. So it does not look too good for Porsche, but let's see what they can come up with here in 2025. But another German OEM that have shared some result is BMW, as AJ wrote on X. Very low guidance for 2025 with EBIT of just 5 to 7%. So we can see that BMW will continue their downward trend with their EBIT margins in 2025. And we can probably also see what is causing BMW to hurt so much, as BMW was down 13.4% in their biggest and most profitable market, China. But they could also show that they are doing quite well with the EV sales, including the Mini. The group sold 426,536 units in 2025. So that was very impressive and quite good, especially compared to someone like Volkswagen, or the Volkswagen brand that is supposed to be the people's car, right? But they sold 383,000 units in 2024. And the BMW brand itself sold 368,000 units, so closing in on the Volkswagen brand. So BMW is no doubt the German automaker that is doing the best when it comes to BEV sales. But not everything about BMW's EVs look good, as Alex shared on X. Oh my god, if you fast charge your BMW vehicle too often, BMW will reduce the charging speed. As we could see, due to the frequent fast charging process in the last 24 hours, the BMW group reduced the maximum charging power for 48 hours. That's shady technology. Oh boy, I would have been pissed if that was me trying to get home from Austria on a road trip or something like that, and suddenly my car wouldn't charge fast anymore. But let's see if the Germans have some aces up their sleeves here in 2025, or if we will see even more trouble coming their way. And let's squeeze in the last short news topics into this news show. Yes, it's time for the Tesla Shorts. As they wrote in this article from JNS, Jerusalem has asked Elon Musk Tesla to submit a bid on a tender to provide electric cars for the Jewish state, top officials, a senior Israeli government source revealed to CNS. We are going to bow to woke trends, the official said about the decision to invite Tesla to submit an offer, explaining, a car is a car is a car, and a great car is a great car is a great car. Teslas are great cars, and we look forward to study their bid. So the Jewish state is asking the Nazi. That is weird. That is friend with the Jewish state prime minister. That is weird. Which also have Jewish employees working for him and his mom, defending them, saying, I am Jewish and Elon Musk is not a Nazi. Or look at this Jewish Cybertruck. Or the electric Israeli that showed his support by buying his 6th Tesla, and here Elon is visiting his Jewish friend after the terror attack. It's almost like he's not a Nazi. And even though the OEMs in Europe are looking to cut jobs and people are talking about demand problems from Tesla in Europe, the plant manager at the Berlin factory rules out job cuts and short-time working. There is no plan for production stoppage, job cuts or short-time working, said Andre, senior manager at Tesla. The opposite is the case. Production is not being reduced, but is currently being ramped up again. Yes, exactly. And I could report on these deals basically every week, but here's just one to show that Tesla's energy business continues to thrive. Tesla has secured a new $290 million Megapack contract to build 4 80-megawatt battery energy storage facilities in Utah. Collectively, the Tesla batteries will store up to 1,280 megawatt hours of dispatchable power. Nice. And the stupidity continues with this guy buying a Tesla just so he could trash it. As Omar wrote on X, this was presented as vandalism online, but turns out the guy actually bought it just to destroy it. And as Brian Wang wrote, buying Elon's product until Elon gives up, 5,000 times more expensive than just paying $8 for a blue checkmark on X to complain about Elon Musk. $40,000 for a car to smash it? Next up, buy a SpaceX Falcon 9 for really a big show protest. Yep, people are losing their minds. And Max from Tesla wrote, as gas pump gradually transition to superchargers, we need to offer similar convenience for customers. Many superchargers co-locate with great amenities already offering tire pumps, but we are adding more ourselves, especially at larger supercharger sites. Nice. And Sandy Marone also had a nice talk with Lars and friends about the new braking system that is in the refreshed Model Y.
One of the coolest things you guys will probably tear apart is the brake system. So the brake system and the actuation system, we went to like a hydraulic by-wire system.
Yeah.
So we still have the hydraulic brakes through all the corners, but the actuation is all done with an electric motor at the booster side.
Oh, cool.
So the brake pedal is connected to like a sensor that dictates travel, and that travel pushes into the motor. Now there is a hydraulic backup because go stop steer, like go, we don't, if you lose that, it's not so bad. Steering, at least you can stop. We wanted to be ultra cautious on this first effort and just make sure you keep it. So you can push through, the motor with a hydraulic bypass. But what that allows us to do is two things that are really cool. One is that means we get really consistent brake pedal feel. So we can put as much regen on the A pedal as you want. And then if, it's cold, or if you're driving in low regen because you're just learning how to drive an EV, we can put all that regen on the B pedal and get the same deceleration. So we get all the energy back. That gave us, 0.5%, 1/4% more efficiency, which is important. As we're getting down to the, like the fractions of a watt hour per mile in measurements of efficiency. And the other thing is, because we aren't relying on the hydraulic system's, stiffness to get you brake pedal feel, because we're using it, it's sort of, I don't want to say the word, but decoupled from that system with the electric motor at the booster, we're able to actually pull the pads back, a little further than we might nominally do, so we get less friction.
Yeah.
And then we can, because our actuation is, now through the motor, we can quickly get them back up, and you still get the bite really, really fast.
Yeah.
But the way that reacts to you as a driver at the pedal is completely controlled by us now in the mechanical state, and has nothing to do with the hydraulics. So we get lower friction at the wheels, faster reaction time, and a really consistent brake pedal with more recuperative energy. And that's pretty awesome, because that's, I think, the first time anyone's done something that level. People will say Rivian has a decoupled system. It's not exactly true. And we did it in 4, we talked about supply base, but we had to do it in 4 different factories with 2 different suppliers and get it all done in 2 years. And now that means this hydraulic system is fully ready to be, by wire for the future. If you want to do that.
And Jim Farley wrote on X, good news for our Ford electric vehicle customers to enjoy using Apple CarPlay. You can now be routed to NACS fast charging station in Apple Maps, including Tesla Superchargers. Great job, team. Very nice for all the Ford electric vehicle owners. But something Tesla owners have been able to do for a decade, because Tesla knows how to make good software. And Tesla owner Silicon Valley wrote on X this week, this Saturday we will be coordinating with the global Tesla community to drop off donors to the Tesla service centers. We will be coordinating several drop-off in the Bay Area this Sunday. Please join us and post photos on this thread as you drop them off. Let's spread positivity and love. Violence is never an option. Exactly. Very, very nice. And Ray for Tesla wrote on X, first roadkill prevented by full self-driving in China caught doing a live stream. Full self-driving tester were shocked, unaware of this full self-driving feature. Very cool. But Tesla Chan also shared this video. See how Tesla's full self-driving perceives, judge and control and execute when encountering 3 large trucks in a narrow alley. Honestly, it's incredible. Yes, indeed. And Arion also shared this very impressive drive and wrote, full self-driving on regulated rural road. This driver believed it had expert level skill. Yes, take a moment to enjoy this very impressive drive on an unregulated rural road in China. And Herbert also shared that Tesla China VP Grace Tao shared how remote diagnostics saves time. Instead of heading to a service center, Tesla owner can get quick fixes through the app or hotline. In 2024 alone, over 2.5 million people used it with an average diagnostic time of just 25 minutes. Very cool. I have tried this myself and so far have only had good experience with Tesla's remote service. And Tesla Chan shared this picture on X: Cybertruck road test in China market. Well, that looks very interesting. And Jaguar showcased their new concept car doing the Paris fashion. So what do you think? I don't think this appealed to Jaguar's old customers, to be honest. It kind of looked like something straight out of a cartoon. But Jaguar says it is fine losing its current customer base. So this is kind of crazy. As they said, Jaguar is fine with targeting a different audience, even if that means saying goodbye to most of its existing customers. Managing Director Ron Glover estimates that only 15% of current buyers will return for another Jag. Wow, now that is a big bet. And apparently, Microsoft has supposedly been testing xAI's Grok 3 as potential OpenAI replacement in Copilot. So that sounds very interesting. And speaking of xAI, they are not resting on their laurels, as Sawyer wrote on X. xAI has acquired a 1 million square feet property in southwest Memphis to expand its AI data center footprint. Many billions of dollars worth of additional GPUs will be installed. Yeah, I don't think many are going to be able to keep up with this speed of progress. And while we are waiting for Volkswagen's ID.1 in 2027, here is just a little reminder that what we are waiting for is just a facelifted Volkswagen e-up. There is basically no difference between the ID.1 and the e-up, so once again Volkswagen shows that 10 years of progress is no progress at all. And with all the noise and hate we're seeing at the moment, I thought we could end with this little video from Tesla. Don't let everything shadow Tesla's mission and the work their employers do.
Our mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy.
It's only possible because of the incredible people here at Tesla. They are absolutely committed to the cause of sustainable energy, and that is why we can do what no other company can do. We can make lower cost products that are still efficient and compelling, and we can make them at scale. We're going to build them all in compact and high output factories that are easy for us to build quickly.
We work together in a way that allows us to ask the hard questions.
This is the product that will retire fossil fuels.
We're not just creating products, we're creating a movement towards sustainable energy for everyone.
What we're trying to convey is a message of hope and optimism. Optimism that is based on actual physics. Earth can and will move to a sustainable energy economy, and will do so in your lifetime.
The solution to scalable FSD is getting the architecture, the data, and the compute just right. And we have assembled a world-class team to execute on this.
Every truck that we put on the road that replaces a diesel truck makes a huge difference towards driving us towards our total mission of sustainable energy and transportation.
You can see and you can feel the collaboration that's happening and the pride that everyone has in working for Tesla.
And before we end up with a bit of fun, I just want to make a quick shout out to my newest supporters of this channel. My new YouTube member, Stoika Razvan. Thank you so much for all your support. I am doing this all by myself, but you guys are all the producers of this show. Thank you very much. Couldn't do it without you guys. And let's end off with a bit of fun. A little life experience I bet many of us can relate to. When I was young, I was poor, but after years of hard work, I'm no longer young. That is all we have time for in this new show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. It really does help this video out a lot so others can find it on YouTube. And if you did like it, maybe you want to consider hitting that subscribe button to help this channel grow, and maybe that notification bell so don't miss out on future videos just like this one. And if you're already a subscriber to the channel, thank you so much for the support. But if you want to support the channel even more, remember you can, for as little as $1, become a patron of this channel, or become a member of the YouTube channel to get a shout out as some extra perks like early access, ad-free versions of my videos, exclusive videos. So hit the members button or check out Patreon to find out more. And don't forget to follow me on X. I post pretty much all the news as it comes out and a lot more. And check out the merch store to get some merchandise and support the show. It is also possible to support the show without becoming a member or a patron. There is a donation option down below or on my website bestintesla.com. You can also become an executive producer and get news articles, exclusive videos, behind the scenes, and access to all my research charts and spreadsheet also on bestintesla.com, or as simple as hitting the super like button. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.